What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we do have Meta Monday. If you're not sure what Meta Monday is, it's just kind of where we take the decks that have been doing well in some tournaments and kind of try them out. Now, since OP3 is coming out soon, I'm kind of at the end of the ropes when it comes to deck lists, so we're going to be getting into the leaders that don't see as much competitive play, but they are still meta relevant. So the deck that we're going to be taking a look at today is Don Quixote Doflamingo, or Dofi, as a lot of people call it. Great leader. When you attack, you can have 2 Dawn on it, tap 1, and then you reveal a character that is a 7 Warlords of the Sea type with a cost of 4 or less, and you can play the card rested. So it's really good at just setting out bodies for basically free. You basically pay 3 Dawn to play a 4 cost, which is always nice. And so this is the deck that we're working with. We do have 2 Mihawk, just a great card for bottom decking, 7 cost or less, or things that are threats. We do have 4 Doflamingo as well as 4 Perona. These are the cards that you use to organize the top of the deck. You'll see a lot in the video. I talk about, okay, this card's going to be the draw. This one is going to be the one that we play. So kind of goes back and forth. It's pretty good. Usually you want to see Perona, but if you don't see Perona, you can go with the Doflamingo as well. Then we have Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock is a target that you can summon, and it's also good because if it stays on the board long enough, it is a blocker that for 1 Dawn on block, or when it's attacking, you can draw 1 card if there's 5 or less in your hand. So very great card. Then we do have the Ivankov Crocodile Gecko Moira engine. This is just really good because you can cheat out a lot of characters, which is what the deck wants to do. So we do have 4 Ivankov and then Crocodile because it is a 5-drop 7,000 beater. And then we do have Gecko Moira, who is a 4-drop 6,000. And then we also do play 4 of the Mr. Clay, Bond Clay, Mr. 2. This is the 2k counter. Just, it's kind of good if you need to play it in a pinch. It gets rid of some baby blockers. And then we do have Mr. 3 that you play as well. This is another target that you can suffer, or sorry, not suffer. You can play off of the Ivankov. And it's good because your opponent tends to have to deal with a lot of threats on the board. And you can trash a card from your hand, which activates things like Love Beam, in order to restand this after you swing with it at the end of the turn and turn it back into a blocker. Very good. 4 Gecko Moira, 4 Mihawk, these kind of just go hand in hand. 2k counter, and then you can get the 2k counter back, and this Gecko Moira can be played off of the Doflamingo, so it works out well. And then also this Gecko Moira can be played off of the Doflamingo as well. I'm pretty sure. A cost of 4 less, 7 Warlords of the Sea. Yes, you can play Gecko Moira. And then 4 Law, just baby blockers, great. Martial D Teach, just to get rid of annoying things that your opponent may play. Then we have 3 Love Beam, just general, a good card for the 4k counter. So overall, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you do enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's Tech Tuesday. Alright guys, so here we are playing the Doflamingo list that I showcased. Our opponent is going first, we are going second. Now looking at this hand, we do have the Perona. We do have a pretty good curve when it comes to our turn 4, because we can Ivankov. I'm going to keep this hand, I feel pretty okay with it. We do have a turn 1 play, so it's not looking too bad. So we do have Perona. Now looking at this Perona play, it's actually not that awful. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to place on top. This isn't that bad because we can actually get the Boa Hancock out. So the last card that we'll draw is, we'll go draw, play, and then we'll just go draw, play, draw, I guess. And there's not much else we can do, so we'll just pass. But we do at least get the blocker next turn. Fortunately, we are going to be at 4, so we won't be able to play the Doflamingo and get another blocker out, so we're going to have to try and protect our Boa Hancock. But that at least makes it to where our opponent is going to have to kind of figure out how he wants to do things, and also being a 4-life leader, the 7,000 swing's going to keep putting aggression. So, not bad. So he did play Nami, and he did get Zoro, which is the 3-cost rush Zoro. So, okay. So he is going to do a 7k swing. The 7k, unfortunately, we are going to have to take, but that's not too bad. We're just trying to get as much as we can in hand. That way we can play these big bodies the following turn. I think we'll just do a 7k swing, card action, play the Boa. See if our opponent wants to block or not. It would put an extra card in his hand, or he has to dump 2 or block, so. Okay, awesome. So he chooses to take, that's fine. So he is going to be able to swing at the Boa, but looking at our hand, we do have some combo cards that we can work with. And next turn, we can play the Doflamingo as well to kind of look at the next few cards and see how we want to rearrange everything. So there's Kobe. Kobe can get rid of this, which is a bit unfortunate, and then he can swing 7k. He's going to be playing really tough board removal, so it's going to be kind of awkward for us to deal with, but not the worst thing in the world. We're just going to have to kind of play our outs. So he does swing 7k again, and unfortunately we can't out-combo the 7k. We did get the Trafalgar Law though, which is good. So we're going to play this. Let's see. Honestly, I should have put those on the bottom, but we'll just go. I'm going to draw the Law because I don't want to not play it. I could do a 5k into a 5k, which would force a block. And looking how his hand is, I'm actually not too worried about that, because it's going to put on a lot of pressure, especially in the later turns when we can Ivankov, because next turn we can Ivankov into the Crocodile and start putting on some pressure. So let's see if he hit Jet Pistol or not. Let's see if he's cracked like that. We do only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our hand that we can combo with, and he does hit the Radical Beam to go to 6k. So there's no point in swinging for 5k with the leader because it just won't go through. So a little bit unfortunate, but it's not too bad. We're just going to have to see what we can do. He is at 7, and that means next turn he can get the Edward Newgate down. So it's really going to come down to how he wants these turns to go. So he can swing 3k into the Perona. If he wants to KO the Perona, I'm fine with that. So yeah, that's fine. Perona can go. And we are going to be at 8, which means that we can Ivankov into Crocodile and play the other blocker. So he does have the Rush Zoro and the Nico Robin. So that is a scary board. So there's a 5k swing. I think I'm going to dump 1 Crocodile because we do have another. And then there's a 5k swing. As far as this goes, we'll just dump the Gecko too. There's nothing else that you can swing with this turn, so it's not the overall end of the world. But here, we're just going to play the Ivankov, and we'll play down the Crocodile. We'll do a... Let's see. We'll do a 5k swing at the Zoro, because now he's going to have to either block or dump a card out of his hand. And we need to try and play hand advantage as much as we can, so. And I'm not in lethal next turn, but as far as coming back to his turn, it's kind of tricky on how this is going to go. I think I have to play this Law and then force the Nico Robin pop. Then as far as other things that he can block with, we only have 2 combo cards in our hand, so it's going to be kind of tough for us to try and work through it. But again, it all depends on what he plays next turn. So there's a 7k, which is fine, and then we'll just play the Law. If he decides to play the Edward Newgate, he can't attack with Robin to get the effect, so that means that we can just drop the blocker and go from there. And if he plays Edward Newgate, he's all tapped out, and he only has 3 cards, which means that we can technically deal some damage because the Event Cov and everything are already at 7k, so we don't have to pump them up too much. We're just going to have to see what our opponent decides to do. Because he did get rid of one Edward Newgate with the Kobe. So. Okay, so he's not playing Edward Newgate this turn. So he's going to do a 5k swing and pop. The 5k... Let's see. 5k will take... I don't really feel too comfortable taking a bunch of hits, but in the meantime, we can also kind of deplete him of a lot of stuff on his board next turn, depending on how our swings go, and we can play some other blockers. So we need at least 6 Dawn. Well, we'll have at least 6 Dawn left. So, okay. So this, we'll just counter for 1. There's a 5k swing. This 5k, we'll combo out of that. He does have 2 more attacks, which is kind of scary. But if we can deplete him of a lot of his board, then we don't have to worry as much. And if he only does 5k swings, we could technically block with the Doflamingo as well. So, okay, so there's a 7k swing. The 7k we're going to have to take. We do draw a Mihawk, which is good. But this next turn we're going to have to really work at trying to make sure we get rid of his board. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he does a 7k swing there as well. So the 7k, let's see. I feel like I can do enough to where I'm okay with taking this. And we do get a Love as well, which is good. So I think our best thing to do, the first thing, is we'll swing 8k on the Nico Robin. See if he wants to waste the blocker. If he does, that's fine. Okay, so he lets the Nico Robin go, which is fine. Then what we'll do is we'll swing for 7k. We won't use the card action. We just need to try and get rid of as much of his board right now as we can. And if he chooses to block this, he has to dump at least 3 cards. Which in hindsight actually would be very good. Because then that would leave him with 1 card. We still have another swing which would block. And then we can swing with the Doflamingo on it. And then still play 2 blockers as well. So this next turn is looking pretty good. We have 7 Dawn. We need 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 1 Dawn to work with if we want to keep the Love and play these characters. So, okay, so there's a 7-8. So he did dump the 2 cards. So now with this, what we'll do is we'll do another 7k swing. Okay, so he chooses to block. That's fine. How to go about this? We can have 3 blockers set up plus Love, which sounds pretty good to me. And Love is if you have 3 cards or less in hand after you play it, which we will. So okay, yeah, that's fine. So we'll play the Law, we'll play the Doflamingo. We will Love into the I mean, I guess we can place them on the top. We'll just go in this order. just so that way we know what we're drawing. And as far as these attacks go, I mean, I could swing 5 on the Nami, and then I still have access to Love plus 2 blockers, and then he has to play another rusher too to kind of make things awkward. If he plays the Monkey D. Luffy, we're kind of in a bad spot, but let's see. He needs at least 1 Dawn here, 3 here, so that's 4 Dawn. And the 5k swings, we can just go 6, 6. So if he wants to make those 7, he needs 3 here, 5 here, that's 8. So that'd be a 7, 7, 7, 5. That's the most he could do. And we could block a 7, block a 7, 7. Yeah, I'm fine with leaving these open. If he plays the Rush Luffy, we lose. But actually, do we? 9, 10, 11, 12. No, if he plays Rush Luffy, we don't lose because it costs 5 and he attaches 5. And then it's a 6k base, so that's 11k swing, which means that we just go 9, 10, 11, 12. Which means that we can still win. And with our board, I'm pretty sure we can win the next turn if he doesn't play any blockers. And if he chooses to play characters from his hand, we should be okay as well. Okay, so there's a 5k swing. The 5k swing we'll just block with the Perona. Because depending on how his hand looks too, we can completely clear his board next turn, which means that there's nothing that he could play to get through 3 blockers as well. So there's a 6k swing. So he could go 7 into 8. We'll just counter with the Mihawk. I want to try and leave as much possible as I can. So man, this is a tough game. So there's a 5k. We'll just block it with the Law. Okay, there's another Zoro. That's a 5k swing. And then he's going to be able to swing 7. Let's see. Let's see, as far as this goes, I know that I'm drawing a 1k counter next turn. I think I block and then love. That's probably the best way to go about that. Because then when it comes to my swings, I have 4 swings here to get rid of all these bodies. Or I have 3 swings and then there's 2 bodies and I just have to hope to block 1. So yeah, we'll go Doflamingo, block. We can actually go for lethal if he swings for 7 here. Because we can go 7k, he takes 7k. Yeah, no, we should be able to win next turn. If he doesn't leave any Dawn open, providing he doesn't have any 4k counters in hand. If he does, it's going to be a little bit more tricky, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so there's the Garp. Interesting. So he goes 5k. So I think we just win here. We go no blocker. We'll just love, just so that way we have the extra card. And then we have a lot of bodies to work with. So then what we can do is we can go, let's see. So if we put a Dawn here and we swing 5, if he counters that, then we just have to go 5. We have to get 3 attacks through, right? So yeah, we'll just go 5k. And then here, he's going to have to dump both if he wants to survive. So with this, we'll just go 7k. No card action. He's forced to take. And then we can just go 11, 10. But just to make things more fun, we'll just go here. Say GG. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one.